Welcome back to Enter the Story. Each week, this podcast follows the End of the Story chronological New Testament reading plan, inviting us not just to study Scripture, but to enter the unfolding story of God's love. This week is week 3, entitled The Kingdom Breaks In. Last week, we watched God prepare the way. This week, the preparation gives way to action. God's kingdom does not arrive quietly anymore. It begins to interrupt ordinary life. We begin in Luke chapter 5. Jesus steps into a fisherman's boat and transforms an ordinary workday into a holy encounter. Nets overflow. Awe replaces routine. And Peter falls to his knees saying, "Go away from me, Lord. I am a sinful man." Notice what Jesus does not say. He does not deny Peter's brokenness. He does not demand perfection. He says, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will catch people." Grace comes first, calling follows. Then John chapter 2 shows us Jesus at a wedding, turning water into wine. The kingdom breaks in not through restraint, but through abundance. This miracle is not about power, it's about joy. God delights in restoring what has run dry. In John 3, Jesus meets Nicodemus, a religious leader who has done everything right and yet still senses something is missing. Jesus tells him, "You must be born again." This is not a call to try harder. It is an invitation to receive new life. And then in John 4, Jesus crosses social, racial boundaries to meet a Samaritan woman. He offers her living water, not after she changes, but while she is still searching. The kingdom breaks in wherever grace meets need. What kind of God does this reveal? A God who steps into ordinary workdays, fills empty jars, welcomes honest questions, meets people others avoid. God's love is not cautious. It's interruptive. The kingdom breaks in not to condemn the world, but to heal it. Peter feels unworthy. Nicodemus feels uncertain. The Samaritan woman feels exposed. And yet Jesus meets each one without precaution. Salvation does not belong to those who feel ready. It belongs to those who trust Jesus enough to respond. Faith is not certainty, it's openness. The assurance we need does not come from our consistency, but from Christ's compassion. This week's formation practice is availability. Ask yourself, where might Jesus be stepping into my ordinary routines? What would it look like to respond instead of retreat? Each day, pray, "Jesus, interrupt me where you will." Then pay attention. Formation often begins as disruption. The Samaritan woman becomes a witness simply by telling her story. Discipleship often begins not with answers, but with honesty. Who could you invite to read along with you this week using the free Enter the Story Bible reading plan? The kingdom spreads through shared encounters, not polished performances. If you want to walk more deeply through this story, you can read along for free using the Enter the Story chronological New Testament reading plan, or explore the companion book, Enter the Story, a 52-week journey through the chronological New Testament. This week, remember, God's kingdom breaks in not when we are ready, but when we are willing. Next week, we'll hear Jesus begin to teach, and the kingdom will take shape in words that challenge everything we think we know.